So you're living in New York, you're doing interviews left, right and center, and Gratitude drops tomorrow. Are you living your dream?
Yeah, I guess I am, bro. It's been, I've been doing this obviously, as you know, like for quite a few years. And yeah, to be here in New York and releasing the type of album that Gratitude is with the features and stuff, yeah, it's definitely one of a list of things that I've wanted to accomplish, so it's great.
Are you comfortable over there?
Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with the place. It's really good at the moment, like specifically this month, because we've got Andy and Aradna in town as well, so it's good to have some of the crew here. And last year, we had Dave and Jordan from Fire and Ice who were in town for ages, and we went on tour, so I always prefer when some of the crew from home is here, but in general, yeah, it's pretty sweet. I like it.
Yep. On this album, you're going back to your hip-hop shit. People would pretty much call it the 2013 Big Things. And what made you go back to the hip-hop core on this album?
Well, I thought it was about time, and I had been making a lot of beats, hip-hop beats. Not that I ever stopped, to be honest. I'm always making my hip-hop beats, but for a period of time, I didn't think they were of much value to anyone. I didn't think anybody really wanted to hear them, and I was just focusing in a different direction. And I spent some time here in America with David Dallas doing Rose Tint, and I saw what was happening in hip hop, and it felt like there was a new wave with artists like the Black Hippie movement, and then like Freddie Gibbs and Danny Brown and a bunch of other dudes that I was listening to, and I saw these new independent, cool hip hop groups coming through, and they weren't concerned with maybe the charts or whatever was popping on the radio or whatever, and that inspired me to get back into it, because I was like, you know what, there is a fan, there is an audience, there is a fan base for this stuff, and I think people will dig it if I did an album like this. And it's turned out totally, man, that people do. They're reacting really well to the new recordings, so that makes it feel like it's worthwhile, makes me happy. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
If you had to choose the biggest difference between yourself when you drop Big Things and now dropping Gratitude, what's the biggest difference as a person?
Oh, bro, it's been 11 years since that record came out, so I'm an adult. I was like early 20s, still real young in my attitude and stuff, and fairly inexperienced. I hadn't traveled, like completely different. So the last 11 years have been amazing. I've achieved a bunch of cool stuff, traveled a lot, seen a lot of things, lived life. I'm in a very different space as far as a person and individual. But still positive, still enjoying doing the music.
What made you choose the title Gratitude for the album?
Well, that kind of sums up my feelings and attitude at the moment. About not only the album itself, but just where I'm at in life and my career, the things that you've already touched on with your questions. Being here in New York, being able to do this music, I'm just thankful for all of it, and I think it's important to remain aware of the blessings you have in life and be thankful for stuff. So Gratitude really sums that up in one word,
When did you first start working on the album, and when did you finally cut it down to a final product?
Well, some of the beats have been, would have been over maybe the span of almost the last year and a half, 2 years. Like some of the oldest track, ideas that made it to the album.
Yep.
But I really seriously focused on it from about August last year, and then finished up mixing in February. So what was that? August, September, October. So about a 6-month process from start to finish.
Yep. Your deal with Duck Down, can you give us a quick rundown on how that works, how that's going, and their role in the release?
Yeah, they're releasing the album here in the US and around the world. They do the promotion and marketing. They do the online marketing, and then what we do with the company Frequency Media back home, like Dirty Records has a deal with Frequency, and so Frequency handles the promotion and marketing for Australia and New Zealand, because that's our home base and we know it well. And with Duck Down, being involved as a partner, in putting the record out, it really helps me reach an audience that I haven't been able to reach before. International hip hop kind of core or purist type fan base. People, the heads that really like real hip hop, you know, the heads that would like this kind of album, they already have access to those people, or people pay attention to their releases. So it's actually perfect to be down with them and be able to put the record out through their network for that very fact, you know. And so it's been a really great thing.
Something that I'm really surprised about and happy about is I see At Peace on the album.
Yeah.
That's a awesome look for them in general, because it's such a big release, you know, international distribution, all that kind of stuff. What made you want to put At Peace on there?
I just respect what they've been doing, man. I respect their artistry and their approach to music and the movement and the broader movement, the whole YGB and homebrew. Like, I wanted to work with some aspect of that team and that crew, and show that I'm aware of it and I support it and I dig what they're doing, because we haven't actually collaborated or been too much involved with each other. So it was great that they agreed to get involved and get on that track, and I think they did a magnificent job. You know, like they're really good MCs. Like Tom and Louie both are really dope, and they just came through and they did it with their style and knocked it out. So it was cool.
Was there any standout features that you got on the album, like MOP, any like stories?
Yeah, I mean, the MOP session is great. Like that was one of my favorite moments. We have some video online on YouTube, which you posted on the blog already, but they can catch a little bit of that vibe of what that session was like, and that was a great thrill to be able to get in the lab with them, as opposed to them just emailing stuff back. So some of the features just emailed stuff, and but they were able to get in the lab. With Buckshot, he came around to my apartment and we just recorded here in the living room, which was pretty crazy, you know. Yeah. He's a real chill dude, and we're working on some other stuff actually that will come out later. But yeah, so it was dope. It's always dope to just get in the studio with the artist. So those were my favorite moments. Same with Aradna. Obviously we worked really closely together, and we recorded her parts when I was back in Auckland. And she's amazing. Every time she sings, it's just magic. So, I really enjoy working with her as well.
Speaking on Aradna, what's your thoughts on her awesome news and her moving over to the States? Are you going to be assisting in that?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm very excited about all the progress that's been made since we did the Treble and Reverb album. That was a pleasure to work on that record, and it felt like something special, like something big was going to happen with it, and it seems to be taking place. So I can't wait to see how far it can go, and I'm totally here on hand to help do whatever else she needs. I think we might even be recording some new demos and stuff next week, because she's here for the month. So she's got a show tonight at SOB's, which is here like lower Manhattan on the west side. What else? Yeah, she did a showcase at Universal just on Monday, and so I went along to that. We stay in close contact, So really excited to see what the future holds for her.
Was there any features that didn't get to see the light of day on the album?
No, I used everything, man. I used everything that I got. Like, nothing was going to waste. There was a couple of things that didn't get done that I hoped to get done, like just timing-wise. Because, there's deadlines when you're working with a bigger team and other labels to deliver stuff. You've got to stick to the deadlines. So some artists that people might expect to be on there didn't make it, but that's no disrespect to them. It's just timing. Sometimes you just can't get it together,
Yeah, I was looking for the David Dallas feature.
Yeah, me too. Now, shout out to Dave. Like, obviously, we're real close and have worked together for almost 10 years now. So he's all good. But yeah, he was one of a couple of dudes that weren't able to make it on time. So maybe we'll catch him on the next round. We'll do something else.
Yeah, maybe when you guys have your tour.
Exactly, So I'm going to be on the road for a month. Well, 3 weeks with him, and then I'll do some other stuff after. But yeah, we'll probably be able to get something done during that period.
Yeah, and you got 3 stops in New Zealand?
Yeah, we do. Yep.
Got Wellington, Auckland, and Christchurch.
Correct.
What can we expect from those shows?
It's going to be me doing what I do, which is the DJing side of things, turntablism, rocking with Dave, and doing dropping the tracks from the new album, trying to get a new visual kind of component too, with some screens and some video mixing and stuff. and just take it a notch above what people have seen from me before. So yeah, but be prepared to move your feet a little bit. It's not the folded arms head nod scenario. It's more of an interactive, like, party type of vibe. I'm trying to set it off like that. And Dave's going to be dropping for his warm up set. He's going to be dropping some new tracks that he's been working on for his new album. So that's another added reason to get along and check it out, hear his new stuff. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, man.
Do you have any beats on Falling Into Place?
Yeah, Falling Into Place. Yeah, it's all produced by Fire and Ice, and it's sounding amazing. I really like it.
When you have the tour in New Zealand, are you having any other opening acts?
Like, check back with me on that one, bro.
Yeah.
Yes, there will be. I just don't know exactly who's doing what in what centers, so I don't want to say in case I get it wrong. But yes, there will definitely be some other openers.
Sweet as. Well, I think that about wraps all the questions that I had for you up.
Sweet, man. My pleasure.
I appreciate your time.
Likewise, brother.
And all the best for everything that you're doing.
Yeah, good luck with the site and all that stuff, man. It's going well.
Thanks, bro.
All right.
See you later.